how I end the week. I feel bad. I still feel guilty. I feel bad. I wet my five. Yes, five. Yes, five. But I'm not bragging. Five. Loyal, faithful, loving, trusting. Vote Uncle Brian groupies down.
Yeah, not too bad. We are tracking chances
For
for
not giving
showers.
their
They're
highly
starting to be much
anticipated
milder than what we've been seeing the
Uncle
past
Brian
several
Happy
days.
Friday
Let's
weekend
take a look
review.
outside.
Yeehaw!
Right
Around the
now,
video,
looking at
however,
Newport, beautiful
family and
sunset
life
here,
comes
enjoying a
first
little orange
before
glow
YouTube.
on the skyline, and we'll stay dry
I
for
know
the
my
time
five,
being
but
here
I'm
as
not
we head
bragging.
towards
Five,
the
loyal,
evening
faithful,
and
loving,
overnight
trusting,
hours.
devoted
But
Uncle
some
Brian
changes
groupies.
on the way
I
as
know
we
they
head
understand
towards
that.
Saturday morning and especially towards the
They
afternoon
understand the
with the
difference
chance
between life
for
and
scattered
YouTube.
showers kind of on and
What
off
takes
throughout the day with
priority,
that.
what's more
Any
important,
precipitation we see during
and
the
where
early
time is
morning hours, there's
dedicated
a
to.
winter weather advisory in
That's why I
place.
love you guys.
Temperatures will kind of be flirting with the freezing
So
mark
anyway,
here. So with
I had
that,
mentioned
any
yesterday,
unpaved
somebody
roads, and
told
we're
me
seeing
about,
freezing rain early in the morning, mainly
what he
before 8
caught.
a.m.
So
That'll
right,
turn
a
very
little over a
slick.
half
So
hour.
if you're heading out on the earlier side,
Anyway,
especially along
yesterday,
the west
I
of
heard from a couple more
Providence,
people were
want to be
talking.
a little bit more
I
mindful.
got filled in
Take
on the
some time,
rest.
slower times on the roads.
Apparently,
Because
a
of the
job was
stormy
on for like, what, 3,
conditions out
4
there
hours, something
early
like
in the
that?
morning. But that'll all switch over to
In
rain
his
by the
fucking Jeep.
afternoon as temperatures will continue to increase into the 40s
He's living in
tomorrow.
his fucking Jeep.
Temperatures right now in the upper 30s, but again, we will start to see that decrease,
He says,
especially as the
and
skies
talking about what
start
he's
getting
going to
back
do,
down
what
to
he's going to
the
do. He's
upper
looking at
20s. That's
this,
why we
looking
have
at
that
that, and
winter
blah,
weather
blah, blah.
advisory in place. Right now we're at 37 in
Then he went
Providence,
off on a rant.
down towards the
Then he got away from it a
right
little
now
bit,
in
and then he went
Newport.
back
So
to another rant. He
not
says
as
he
bad today,
devoted
but
like about an
still
hour
again
and a
right
half
around the
at the end of
freezing
his
mark, hence
life
why we are keeping
just
track
fucking
and
ranting
protecting the
and
freezing
bitching
rain
and
early in the
complaining about
morning.
his
We're going
trolls.
to see
Me,
milder temps ahead over the next
Jeff,
several days,
Marco.
especially Sunday, Monday, and
Now I know who
Tuesday.
Austin
With
is.
that, we're
Hey,
tracking
what's
more
up,
of a
Austin?
settled pattern ahead as well,
Full voice
with
speech
settled
shop.
chances for
We
rain
haven't
across the
really,
next
right,
several days.
Austin? We haven't
Satellite
really
radar,
communicated.
some
I've
cloud showers
communicated
and
with
we
Jeff a little
signal
here
out.
and there.
That'll become more
Not with you,
consistent and widespread as we
But
head
thanks to
towards the
you and
overnight.
Jeff, I get to see
High
things
pressure
on a
just kept
replay
things
that
nice and dry the past
otherwise
couple
I
of
would
days.
never
The
see
area
because I don't
flagged
get
for at least some
notifications. I don't
lingering
subscribe. I don't know what he's
opportunity
doing,
for
when he's doing
showers
it.
as we head towards Saturday,
Because of
and
you
that will
guys,
continue on into Sunday
I
and
get to
Monday
see
as well.
things.
So
I get to
we'll
find
be
out
tracking
things that come
lots of
right.
severe weather events
Normally you
and
say right from the
categories here
horse's
this
mouth. In
afternoon and
Java's case,
tomorrow
right
night
from the
as well
horse's
for
ass.
parts of Louisiana and
When he says the
Mississippi as
most
well.
batshit
And with
crazy
that, we're going to
things
be
and
continuing
contradicts himself and
to
fucking
track
traps
the
himself
chance
like a
for rain
cockroach
here.
in a
So no
fucking corner every
thunderstorms
time he
across
opens
Southern
his
New York
mouth and
concerns. That
changes his
unsettled
fucking
pattern and
stories.
severe weather we're seeing in the southeast is going to start to
Anyway,
move further towards southern New England,
so
bringing
yeah, he
that
says, yeah,
milder air
AB,
as
he
well,
mentioned
also those
you,
chances for rain. So
he
here's
mentioned
early
Jeff,
morning
mentioned
tomorrow.
Austin, how,
Spin
hey,
spots and
check
some
this out,
freezing rain that we could
how
potentially
we
see
ruined his
again on
life.
the earlier side. This is going to switch over to completely rain across the board as those
Now, I
temperatures
can't speak for
increase
you,
into
Austin.
the
I can't
40s. With
speak for
that,
you,
though,
Jeff. I can
not
only
looking
speak
at
for
a
myself.
washout throughout the day here.
I don't
We're
think
going to
I've done
continue to see these
anything that
chances
made
moving
his
both
wife
on
leave
and
him.
off, and that'll continue into your Sunday as well. But in the
I don't
meantime,
think
again,
I've done
Saturday
anything
morning,
that made him
tracking that
not
chance
give
for
a fuck
showers
about his
on and
health
off,
and
kind
just
of an
get fat and
isolated
obese
scattered shower chance in the morning. That becoming a little bit more
and
consistent
smoke
towards the
cigarettes like a
afternoon, but
motherfucker until
evening
he
looking a
pukes.
little bit drier. So again, we're trending on more of the scattered, isolated side as
I
far as
didn't do
showers
anything
go
to make
rather
him
than not
stop paying his
widespread.
fucking bills
And
and get
that's
his
going to
home
continue
foreclosed
on
on.
into the end of the weekend as well. Sunday into
I didn't
Monday
do
kind of
anything to
looking
make
at
him
a
homeless.
similar idea, but again,
I didn't do
we're
anything
tracking that
to
more
stop
rainy
him from
pattern
getting
and
that
also
belly to
milder
finally
pattern
fucking run.
in the coming days. So kind of a lot to
I
come.
didn't do
We're
anything
keeping
to
our
stop him
watching
from
and we'll
getting the
see,
brakes in their
especially, I
things
mean, we're
fixed if he
talking
ever did
about
get it to
the
run.
milder weather, which is nice, but all of the different chances for showers too. It's a lot. And
I
of
haven't
course,
done
as you
anything to
travel
fuck up his
weekends,
life.
just something to be mindful of. Give yourself a little extra time, especially tomorrow
I'll
morning
assume, I
when we
don't
do
think
see
either
a
one of you
freezing
guys
rain.
caused any of his
Some
problems
spots in the
either.
roadways. For sure. All right, Katie,
Once again, he's blaming
listen to this.
me,
When
you guys,
Massachusetts
blaming
gains
everybody
matches are set
for
to
every one of
launch
his
into
fucking problems.
space,
So
the
we ruined
Center
his
for the
life.
Great Beyond. David Lavender was a
I don't
guest
understand
photographer and
something though.
editor of
Yesterday I had
Update
mentioned, I
Pod,
had heard about,
obsessed with space and
he
everything
said it
sci-fi
himself.
fan. David passed
I think
away in
this was a little,
2021.
he's right. I say things, I don't know about you guys, but I say
In
things and
April, thanks to the
like I say, he
company's
always comes back
Ellipsis,
real
which
fucking quick.
creates memorial flights
Gonna
for
justify
dead
himself,
people's
call me a
ashes to
liar,
rockets and satellites heading into
prove
space.
himself right, and then
The
he
program
says things,
also
then he's
allows for
contradicting
families to
himself like
always
within a
be able
fucking
to
day or
track
two.
them even after launch. His daughter
Forgetting what
Melanie
he said.
says being
Jabba,
the
you say
mother to
so much that you pull out of your ass to talk about. Not only do you not realize what you say, you don't remember what you say, but other people do. You want to know why? We have functioning fucking brains, something you don't have. We're cognizant. We have intelligence, something you don't have. You know? It says his brother is brought into it. His brother that, you know, that's why I said he's got his brother. Jabba, you here, so talk shit about your brother, and you talk shit about your sister and a half. For those of you that don't know what sister and a half is, I think I mentioned it previously. One time he had one sister, another time now he had two sisters. We cut him in half, sister and a half. This way, you know, it fits both of his fucking stories that he himself said. Not me, not Jeff, not Austin, nobody. You yourself, Java, say this shit.
The new Frontier and the Nissan Rogue. Hurry into the Nissan year-end sales event. Now get a low $239 per month lease
So,
on road.
haven't offered him a place to live, a place to put his Bel Air. They haven't done fucking shit. And even Java, you yourself said, well, I got a brother, he doesn't do anything to help me, doesn't want to bother with me. Same thing with his sister and a half. Nobody loves me, nobody cares about me. Boo-hoo, please, come on, feel fucking sorry for me. I'm Java. I need your fucking sympathy besides your attention. I even said at fucking Christmas, his brother's leaving him homeless. Well, I guess what? According to Java, he went to go see his brother for Christmas. I guess he got invited there. Then his brother put him out because they had an argument. But now, guess what? Suddenly, his brother's a moderator on his channel. See, yeah, Brian, his brother's a moderator. And his brother is giving him advice. Wow. That's where he finally realized, because his brother told him that me, Austin, and Jeff, that we're the ones that ruined his life. And besides ruining his life, we are trying to destroy his YouTube channel. Kind of funny, he seemed more concerned about his YouTube channel than his life that went down the fucking shitter. That's all our fault. Seemed more concerned about his YouTube channel. Let me ask you a question. If your life went down the shitter and you were fucking homeless living in your car, would you be concerned about doing something with your fucking life, or would you be concerned about, you know, a fucking YouTube channel? You tell me. Hey, Jabba, you tell me. I already know. You don't have to tell me. I know where your head is at. It's up your fucking ass. Where you can sniff your farts a little better with your nose right up against that sphincter, that colon. That's where your head is at. Says Brian Ewan, and then he went on a long-winded rant about haters and trolls, and said even somebody in the comments said, hey guy, your channel was turned into you just fucking ranting about trolls and shit, man. What's up with that? That's all you do. Come on here just to fucking rant about the same shit over and over. Says, and then, hey Brian, he said it once again. You know, he's done talking about his trolls. He's going to ignore them. He says, but all he fucking does is talk about you guys. That's all he fucking does is talk about you guys. Even though he said he's not going to talk about you guys anymore. He's not going to let you guys bother him. Then he ranted about, well, you know, you should have freedom of speech. It's in the Constitution. Yeah, Jabba, we have the right of freedom of speech. But that does not make you exempt from criticism, from feedback. Jabba, you have no fucking grip on reality. You have no grip on how to manage your fucking life. That's why you're homeless living in your fucking Jeep. Piss broke. On every form of media, from TV, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. How many times you turn on a TV channel? Everything from TMZ to major local news networks. They're showing fucking film with people without these people's permission. Catching them in lies. Catching them in controversy they're involved in. Illegal activities, from politicians to actors to singers and every walk of life. Right down to our local government. We had a fucking city council here, man. How many times you see them show a clip of a politician making a speech saying one thing, and they say, oh, but in 1995, and they showed a clip of them at a podium giving another speech where they're saying something totally different. They're making themselves look like a fucking liar. It's broadcast on national fucking TV, you fat fucking retard. Nobody can stop that. Social media in every form is fair fucking game. And defamation of character is only when they're lying about you. But you yourself prove everything I and everybody else says about you. You prove it yourself. With all your constant contradictions, your changes of stories, your bullshit. Your constant lies. Your house is still fucking for sale from the bank in a foreclosure. You never sold it. You got kicked out of a hotel room welfare services was paying for it because of your poor bad behavior. Somebody made a phone call? Good, I'm glad they did. I'm glad they found out what you're about. You had no right to do that on a video. You feel you had a right to do that on a video, but no one else had a right to pick up a phone and call that facility and let them know what you said on a video. Oh, you only have your rights. Nobody else has their rights. Right? You're fucking retarded. You're a fat fucking retard. Everything has to be your way. You think the world, YouTube, everything revolves around you. Boo-hoo, poor me, poor Java. Then he told me a few other things, but this was the fucking best one. You know, how many of you have bought things? You bought things cash. You bought things you had to take a loan for, maybe a car loan, you know, a mortgage on a home. There are circumstances that dictate certain conditions that have to be met. It's the way it is. Cannot be denied. You know, I'll give you the same situation with two different products. One a home, one a car. Okay. I won't get into too much personal detail because it's their business, but both my daughters, I put them, and their mom. Their mom's a great mom. I got nothing to say about my ex. Nothing bad to say at all. Unlike you, Java. Oh yeah, I heard he criticized his ex-wife again. She was lazy. He had to work 2 jobs to support her and blah, blah, blah. Once again, bashing her. You know, the way he bashed his fucking brother. And suddenly, oh, because I said something about it, you know. Suddenly, oh, his brother took him in. And then they had to throw him out because they had an argument. And now his brothers, you know, they're back on good terms. And now his brother's a moderator on his fucking channel. Yeah, isn't that fucking cool? What, booting people out. And his brother's giving him all this good advice about how me and Austin and Jeff, you know, not only destroyed his life, now we're trying to destroy his channel. And Java seems more concerned about his channel being destroyed than his fucking life that's destroyed, that he himself did it all by himself. Yeah, Java, you did it all by yourself. Stop blaming people for everything. That's all you know how to do. Says, oh, then at one point he's in a fucking parking lot somewhere. And he's saying at one point, somebody asked him about cooking or something. He's saying, well, something about, I guess the parking lot he was parked in, Brian. There was a McDonald's and a Wendy's. He says, oh, I'm in fast food hell or something. I don't like fast food. That shit's no good for you. It's not healthy. That's why I prefer cooking at home. Then in the next breath, he's saying, well, I like Wendy's better. I think I might go to Wendy's and get a burger. Why isn't he cooking at home? He's got no fucking home. He's living in his fucking Jeep. He's fucking homeless. 1 minute he hates fast food. He'd rather cook at home, but now he's not going to cook at home. He's going to go to Wendy's. He's got no fucking home. Well, you're going to set up a fucking hibachi in that fucking Jeep? Start grilling some more of your burnt fucking hockey pucks? You can find room in there with all the shit you got packed in there that you, when you got evicted from that hotel room, you had to stick it in your fucking Jeep. You don't have room for a barbecue grill in there or a hibachi? That would keep you warm at the same time when that engine's not running. And I put both my daughters to college and their mom. They're both doing well in life. My oldest has her degree. They both went to Arizona State. A year apart from each other because they were a year apart in age. That's how I ended up in Arizona with Scottsdale. When I got divorced from their mom, they were going through college. And they were already halfway through their time there to get their degrees. I said, you guys coming home anytime? No, we kind of like it out here. I think we're going to stay here. And I said, I sold the house. Me and the wife split the money. We just did well walking away from that. And I moved out to Scottsdale, bought a condo out there. In fact, the place I was staying at was a couple miles from where occasionally they hold a Barrett Jackson at. I went to one of them. I wasn't going to buy anything, but I had to pay to get in. And just checking out shit, you know. Anyway. And went for a couple of years. They graduated. They both got jobs out there. My oldest in law enforcement. She's still in law enforcement here. And my youngest in the auto industry. You know, that's how I met Auntie Billy in Phoenix, through friends of friends. I hung out more in Phoenix than I did in Scottsdale. That's how I got to meet her. And then After about a year, my daughters got homesick, wanted to come home. They came back. And I was caught in the middle. You know, I loved Auntie Billy, but I love my daughters. A little bit more, she understands that. And I said I wanted to come back. You're welcome to come, and the rest is history. We've been back here now together for a little over 9 years. My oldest got her degree in biology and microbiology, and my chemistry and biochemistry. My youngest in business, marketing, and communications. And my oldest is still working in law enforcement here. Evidence examination, forensics. She used to like that show, CSI. She loved that show. That's how she got interested in that field. But you need to know things in order to be able to do things. She does well. My youngest got into the car industry. I think because of me. She was the one when they were young. My little one was the one, you know, I had to get her out there. I taught her how to do a brake job. Taught her how to change oil, do a tune-up, how to, you know, newer cars, no points, plugs, condensers. You know how to change plugs, wires, cap rotor. And I got her to do it. By the time she was like 11, 12 years old, she'd help me. You know, I'd loosen up the bolts like doing a disc brake job, new pads. I'd loosen everything enough so that she'd be able to turn the wrench and get the nuts off. And she was able to do everything. Get them apart, get the new pads on. And then, time for bleeding, she'd get in, I'd have her pump the brake, tell her how to do it, go 1, 2, 3, until it's real hard, you can't push it. Hold it there, Dad's gonna crack the bleeder. When you feel it go down, don't take your foot off, keep pushing until it stops. I crack the bleeder, get some air. I'd do that 2, 3 times to get him blood. You know. And she had an interesting cars. I taught both my daughters how to drive, and they both had manual 5 speeds. My oldest in the Audi A4 Quattro Turbo I bought her, and my youngest in a Saab 9.3 Turbo I bought her. They both had 5 speeds. And she got into cars. She got into the car business. She started out as a fucking salesperson. You know, at a Buick GMC dealership. She went to a Mazda dealership. And she worked her way up through her education and her knowledge of things. She worked her way up. Became sales manager, then office manager at Alden. And then she got an opportunity one day at an auto group that has 4 brand new car dealerships, 2 Ford, a Hyundai, and a Kia. And they have an annex lot in another part of the state up by Seekonk. And only that high-end, low mileage, good quality cars. Everything outside of that, they sent them off to auction. Anyway, she eventually became office manager there. And now she's part of a team where they oversee each dealership. So each one is in full communication with the other. They know what's going on. And she kind of heads that up with 3 other people. She's kind of in charge of the other office managers at their dealerships. She does well. Now I know for a fact, anyone walking into any one of those dealerships says, I want to buy that car on the floor. They're not cheap these days. You're going to have a hard time trying to find something, you know, decent under like $25,000, you know. I stopped in there, you know, a little while back to see her about something. He had a fucking new Mustang sitting on the showroom floor for like $86,000, you know what I mean? Fucking trucks rolling out of there for over $100,000, F-150s, 250s, so, you know, cars aren't cheap these days. Somebody wants to walk into and buy that fucking Mustang for $85,000. Now, they do their own in-house financing through Ford, and through Kia, and through Hyundai. You know, the 2 Ford dealerships, the Kia, and the Hyundai dealerships. Now they're going to run a credit check on you. It's only natural. You go to buy a house, you're going to apply for a mortgage, you're going to run a credit check. See, I want to buy this car, but I want to finance it through my own bank. I can get a better interest rate. You go to your own bank, they're going to run a credit check on you. It's natural. It's the ways of the world, right, Jabba? Now somebody walks in there and says, I want to buy that, and I got the cash right here. A little bit of an Uncle Brian left a hangover. I had a couple last night with Auntie Billy's sister Janet. She smokes a little. It's nice having them here. Until the 2nd, and in the afternoon they leave, get them back up to Logan, and they're going to fly back home to Phoenix. So anyway, well, somebody walks in there and says, I want to buy that car. No, I have cash. Here's my bank account. Contact my bank. You see my funds. And put a hold on the funds to debit. As soon as we sign the papers, money's transferred, cards paid for. You know, get it ready. I'm going to pick it up, get it registered and insured, drive it off. Right? They don't run a credit check. They don't have to. You're paying for it cash. There is no need to run a credit check on anyone when you're buying something cash, whether it's a car or whether it's a house. He says, well, I had mentioned yesterday, somebody told me, said he looked at a place, it was like $7,000. And what fucking house are you going to buy for $7,000? You tell me. You can't build a decent fucking shed in your backyard. You know, for $7,000, big enough to hold all your shit, you know what I mean? Decent deck on your fucking house, you know? Have it done right, professionally done. So anyway, he went back and mentioned that again. Somebody asked him, hey, what about that house for $7,000? That's what he said. Well, I had to walk away from that because he wanted to run a credit check, and I didn't want to have to deal with any of that. Whoa, Jabba. Whoa, what do you mean run a credit check? You're going to buy it cash? There's no need for a credit check. What are you afraid of? Run a credit check on you? Find out your credit is down the fucking shitter? Yeah, he also said that too, Brian. He says, yeah, he said that, you know, since he sold this house, still up on Zillow, still for sale, since they got foreclosed on. His credit score shot right up because all his creditors are paid off. Even if you pay off a creditor, the history is still there. Wait on this payment, wait on that payment. We had to send you demands, 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 had to send you demands. You paid a little bit, but still didn't pay it up in full. We had to send you more demands, more demands. We had to put, you know, all this foreclosure process began fucking last year. That's why, like, was it January 18th? They had already started the foreclosure procedure, and it takes time. I've known people that have been in their homes in pre-foreclosure for a year, 2, 3, 4 fucking years. So the bank's got to figure out what to do because in most cases, the property is so fucking run down and condemned and shit, they don't know what the fuck they're going to do with it. So when they get to a point, they finally got to take it and boot the fat ass out, which is what happened to you, Jabba. All this shit didn't happen overnight. Yo, you're already fucked up last year with all your finance. I'm surprised your Jeep hasn't been repossessed yet. Said you still had payments on that. Oh, but his credit score automatically shot right up because he sold his house and he paid off all his creditors, yeah. That's why he's so afraid of a fucking credit check. This foreclosure is going to follow you for 7 fucking years, Jabba. 7 fucking years, whether you like it or not. And that's a fact. Maybe that's why you're not looking at apartments to rent. Firstly, you got no fucking income. Oh, he said he says, hey, Brian, he says he still has his job driving bus, but he just can't do it. Still has his job. He ain't getting paid. He's not getting his teacher's pension. Says Brian, he went on and on and on. So he's got the money to buy a place cash, but he walked away because they want to do a credit check, and he doesn't want to have to go through all that red tape and nonsense. There is no red tape and nonsense when you're paying for something cash, but this cannot be fucking denied. It's a fact. Cash payments, no one's going to run a fucking credit check on you. Nobody will run a credit check when you're buying something cash. So why are you saying that? Saying that because you're pissed fucking broke. You're saying, well, he says, then, he says, I walked away for a while and I went back and he's saying, well, it's getting cold in the Jeep, so he's going to go back to his house. What a fucking house? You don't have a house. You don't have a fucking hotel room. You're not living with your brother. You're homeless in your fucking Jeep. What fucking house? That's why you're not cooking in your house. You say you prefer to cook at home. You don't like fast food places. But you were going to go to Wendy's. Jabba, man, you are your own worst enemy. Every time you open your fucking mouth, you dig yourself a deeper hole. With a shovel, that's your tongue. Every time you fucking speak.